Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Balling Life with Groovy, where we talk about sports and lifestyle. And today I am at the Nigerian cricket ground in Lagos. Today I'm with an esteemed personality, a man, the man behind it all, the brains behind the operation of Nigeria cricket. As far as Nigeria cricket is concerned, this man is the man. But sir, let me just allow you to do the introduction. Please tell the people who you are, sir.
Thank you very much. Just a big, very quick correction. I'm the servant behind Nigerian Cricket Federation. Seriously, I'm Uyi Akpata, president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation. I've been on this role just about clocking 4 years, and it's been really exciting moments.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we're talking of 4 years that I feel a lot has happened. Definitely, I believe in these 4 years that the Federation has transformed in so many great ways. And I mean, if we're going to start off with something that is fresh, the success of the under-19s in Malaysia, you know, like you said yourself, you're a servant to the Federation, yes. But definitely your impact has been felt, and that has resulted in the success of, you know, those girls. So how do you feel generally about where Nigerian cricket is going right now?
Well, there's been 4 years of stress. That again is just a lot of hard work, planning. You know, apart from being the president of Nigerian Cricket Federation, for the purpose of field transparency, I was also the regional senior partner of PwC, West Africa, for 9 years. So it was all about building these leadership attributes, business environmental to this business of sports. And I'm glad that the Nigerian Cricket Federation provided the platform. So it was all about strategy. We built our strategy around 5 pillars. Strategically wanting developmental initiatives where we're trying to reach out to 250,000 people each year. High performance, when we talk about high performance, how our teams go up in rankings, how our individual players improve. When we talk about partnerships with press, partnerships with government, partnership with key stakeholders, and then we talk about things around the quality of our infrastructure and facilities. Now we have selling of this kind of facilities across the country. That's 5 years ago we didn't have any, so it means we can host international there. Last and arguably the more important was to build it around a structure of good governance and integrity financial platform where people can rely on. So when we take all those on board, then we create pathways around all of this. So what you saw in Malaysia was just the perfect picture of our KPI in one strand coming together. And that, to me, it was really emotional and exciting to be regarded that we are one of the top 6 cricket playing nations in the world, at least when it came to age grade cricket globally. That was really emotional. It means that with hard work, dedication, everybody being aligned, we can get things done.
That's awesome. I really believe that Nigeria woke up. Nigerians woke up and, you know, they all rallied to celebrate, you know, the success of the ladies. I'm seeing right now how, you know, our women are dominating sports in football, in basketball. I mean, it wouldn't be any surprise if, you know, we were talking about the next World Cricket Champions, maybe.
That's true, I forgot actually. I should have told the girls today when I was telling them. Potentially, you guys can get 100K. No, but that's true. I didn't tell you. I did tell you that this one we're talking of is this South Cup. What's up? So that's double, because if you do 100K is for Africa. Okay, I'll tell you that. Then let's get back to that. It's like no one expected this. Our ambition was to say we wanted to be one of the top 3 cricket playing nations in Africa. But then these girls turned around to be number 2. We wanted to be that by 2028. They now achieved it in 2025. So they are making you do hard work to go back, redefine your standards, set views, second. It's like you set, we imagine the position.
Yes.
Say you can somehow retain that kind of momentum. So that's the challenge I have in terms of that. But it's a good challenge, it's a sweet one, because you never trust these girls, they just exceed your expectations. So with the guys too, by the way, so that the industry and there's bias, but it's all the ecosystem of having a good board and team, getting a very supportive Nigerian sports, National Sports Commission. The chairman and the DJ have been fantastic. Everyone, the NOC, we said the Olympic Committee, the African body. So we need everybody singing on same theme book or the nice rhythm, and so the press, everyone has just, so it makes this easier for us to go along. But it's exciting times for me. I mean, the girls succeeded in what they do, but when I tell people, I'm equally excited when you hear 20,000 girls are playing cricket in Zafran.
Wow. 20,000 girls
are playing cricket in Zambia. Every day on my WhatsApp pages, I see people reaching different areas. We've started active cricket in Borno State IDP camps. One of our girls recently started para cricket in Kano, which we are now having as our major initiative across Northwest states. So it's all about this. So we need to now tell our stories because we've created a brand so that partners can come on board, and it's going to be ultimately in the best interest of our country.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's nice to see how cricket is spread across, different parts of the country. Also, another question that I have is, what are some of the biggest barriers or challenges in growing cricket in Nigeria right now?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, the natural one we talk about is formula. I mean, when you look at it, you have, when you compare to more developed nations, I mean, the people we are competing with, you see that the funding opportunity gap is like almost like 100 to 1. Or let me put it a bit more. Yeah, 100 to 1. So if our girls are going to face India, face England, face South Africa, we're talking about 20 fields in terms of budgets in just preparing us for some of these tournaments. But as I say, you cannot manage the big sums if you can't do some of the small ones. And that's where my financial consulting background and this will come into play, and carrying everybody along as part of the process. So, but no matter the sum of financial backing you have, that cannot happen without collective support of everyone. So mine was all about convincing everybody to come on board, convincing the girls. So I told them today when I was meeting them that if you are doing all of this and you are not happy and excited, then we failed as a board. So then you see them intense work. We've been here since 9 a.m. Had a 1 hour break, and you can still see them smiling as a day, as a unit. And at the end of the, when you see all of this happen, that's the platform of success in and out of the game of cricket. So and I like what you're doing. It's beyond just game of cricket. It's just a lifestyle of what cricket presents and how it portrays to the rest of the Nigerian community.
Awesome. Like I said, I was blown away. I was blown away, just coming to the ground, seeing the way the girls were training, even the coaching, the coaches and every other person, it was really, really wonderful to see firsthand, just how dedicated these girls are. At a point I was like, oh, more. So will I be able to meet up with this, because it was just really amazing. And that also takes me to my next question, because you mentioned something about the gap in investment, the gap in resources.
Yeah.
And so now, bearing that in mind, with a competition like this coming up, with the qualifiers, and these limited resources, how do you ensure that this team stays motivated, still stays competitive, to be able to go there and achieve maybe the impossible?
I know that's where the thing about them is like they want to show everyone, themselves, Nigeria as a country, and the rest of the world, that despite these shortcomings, they can compete at the highest level. But we as a board continue to at least present them in the best opportunities. As we speak, we have 2 coaches from Zimbabwe who are here for 1 month with them. Zimbabwe is the second best cricket nation in Africa. But I have seen and we've observed in recent times that when it comes to female cricket, based on development, the way you interact with them, they're one of the best in the world. So we got them here. We're in some kind of partnership that started that will be on a sustainable basis. And you can already see the impact in less than 2 weeks. So hopefully they're here till about the 27th of this month. But more importantly, they go for this tournament where it's going to be something that is sustainable. My thing is that the girls will do us proud, represent us properly, both on and off the field, and be able to inspire the number of girls in the different schools. Because by the way, there's a special program where you have to reach 30 female schools every year to introduce the game of cricket. And it's not just going to be coaches going, it will be these girls that will be going there, which is to also tell them the story and get everybody excited to be on board.
That's really exciting. That's really exciting. And so, I mean, bearing all this in mind, what role can the government, and even the public play in, in supporting this cause and, helping to grow cricket in Nigeria?
The first thing in Nigeria, I still pray for the girls, for just support for the girls. Thank you very much, Harry, for doing this. I know it's exciting Groovy moments for us. So let's be then in the Groovy meets, tell your fans, and let's just bring on. And I assure you, if you support the girls today, they qualify for the Year Cup. We promise one special groove in this TBS paper where everybody will come for a day of cricket, fun, and play Creo. Creo is a game we play where everybody can play. Wow, let's have fun. It's a whole day of fun, but we'll do that anyway. We want to encourage people to come. So just understand the game, spread the message, and it's beyond just playing the game itself. It's those softer attributes, discipline, collaboration, teamwork, integrity, respect for your opponents and yourselves. Those are things that keep differentiating. Those are the differentiating factors when it comes to cricket. And when you can do that, each person can do that in their pockets or communities themselves, where Nigeria is certainly a better place for us. So that's where you are. From government, we have all that support. When you are a call away from seeing the DG or the chairman, and anything, we actually genuinely say anything. When I say anything, I mean funding. We know about when you come from an environment with the restrictions and limited resources, you now know that give us a cricket ground. Now, what is really very exciting, any state we go to, people are saying, come and take these lands or for us to do a cricket pitch. Do you know how much it is to be able to land in some of those places? Some of those land can be like maybe 200 million. And someone say, come and develop a cricket pitch. What funds it? So you need now to go and get the private sector to say, let's partner and let's do this. So you see, some of those things are what we want. I just don't want, because if you're not clear on your strategy, then you don't know what to ask for. You know what I'm saying? There will be times we will say, okay, now we need funds for this. When it comes to the World Cup proper, you've said what we want, and whether it's cash, kind, and rest rewards it. But the very important thing is that we have that relationship built on trust and mutual respect.
That's awesome. So if you had one major sponsor right now, what is the first investment you make in this team?
And because again, the business world tells me not to just go about sponsors because I want more. So I want to identify the sponsor's need and then not look at it as if you are doing me a favor. I'm also helping you.
True.
So what am I doing? Does it align with you? So when I tell you, for instance, now that if you want to brand our shirts, we are going to be reaching 1 billion viewers across the walls. They don't understand that, so we need to sell this. And you're only going to give me $300,000 or $400,000 each year for 5 years. It's good for us, it can do a lot, but it's doing more for you. It depends on the brand. Am I going to do it for a company that's limited to Nigeria? No, because I'm just collecting money. Some company that has global presence and rest of it. So we spent the last 4 years building the brand. Now is for us to reach out to the different bodies. So there are many, and we put one in pockets. Those are representing for female cricket. For instance, globally, Geneva, through the Rexona brand, is supporting what they call Creo Festival. Globally, we approach them. This is just fun and play cricket. We know about some of the other major sponsors. betting companies are doing a lot. But do I want to meet a global betting brand when I know the opportunity exists for Nigerian companies to go out? So it's just a matter of balancing all of those and see our needs, and in a transparent manner, built on trust again and respect, we can have that sustainable partnerships. So there's a full bucket list. If you say that anything I want to,
in easy job, the email me go give you this to no Chinese. So I read how is it, how is it right now? Because for me, I would say right now the women are dominating sports. How do you see that disparity between the success of the women's team compared with where the men are right now?
it's very
Because it's not just in cricket.
it's a very delicate question, and we've had those in seven. So I want to give a balanced view about it. Historically, it's always been about men in all of this. So the competition is fierce when it comes to men across all sports, whether it's basketball, football, and the competition is fierce. It's intense. Whereas females, even globally, regionally or so, and locally, it's just been a recent thing. Football, female cricket globally has not been the same as in there. So the gap that we have to meet up with the rest of the others, is shorter and less intense than the men. So I'll give you an example. 6-7 years ago, our female team was ranked 60 in the world. We are now 24 or 26 in the world. The male team was ranked 48, we are 36 in the world. Play that again with football. I know we got to 4 1 year, then gone down. And for you to come to that same 4, they take you 10 years based on the setup. But it's easier for the female to progress to the semi-finals of the World Cup. And you see there why. That is the global picture. But having said that, at a certain age, okay, now this may put me in trouble. But the girls, in a way, at least it's based on evidence. If you want to challenge me, challenge me. It goes on evidence I've seen in cricket. They are able to apply themselves in an area of interest and focus in a manner that is more intense than their male counterparts. Maybe it's environmental issues, social concerns, but that's the way we've seen it in cricket. So there are more lower-hanging fruits to be achieved, but we need to create a balance across board anyway. And our dedication and profile, and what they do when it comes to females, is slightly easier in terms of investments than the male. So,
and I guess it's either way is a win-win. If you build upon the foundation, if you build upon the success of the female team, you can still transfer to the men's team. Either way, so long as one side is growing, every other thing can still go.
So that's why I like it. Everybody, guess what? Rather than the male team feeling that the female team is succeeding, or they're actually more supportive. So for instance, the practice batches, the males actually work with the girls so that they can continue to succeed. So you think there's competition, people are saying as well, they actually play. So the under 19 Lagos female team or Edo teams, and they actually train with these girls so that they can. Unfortunately, I don't think I see a lot of that in other sports. Just imagine under 19 male team playing a female team because we feel that no real challenge. But that's what happens in cricket. That's why it's this kind of family. For those of you who don't understand, just come to TBS when we have a major game and you just see the vibes.
Are you listening? Are you listening, guys?
You just see the vibe.
The president has said so. Come to TBS. Don't be shy. You don't need the exclusive pass. You don't need to be wearing this kind of suit. Just come, relax, have fun. I can't wait for that Creole. I mean, whenever that happens, I'm sure that would be such a big cultural.
Yeah, Creole is what we do across the country. We have like about 6 to go between October and December across the country. Where every year we host African different countries. We'll be able to expect here around March of every year, where we have the Nigerian Invitational for females. The National Female Championships will take place in Abuja in October, where the top 8 states we meet for like about 8 days in Abuja. So we do all of those things. For each of those events, we project that it's going to be fun. People understand the game on the sidelines of this PO, where they just get people to play. Like this time, you call someone from the crowd, if you did that, you get some 3,000 there. I say, oh, not be 50 carry there, but that's here. We're just come in and have fun and just play around. So those are the kind of things we're trying to do to promote the game.
That's really awesome. I see you have a lot of exciting ideas and exciting plans, and definitely I believe that the federation is in the right hands of yourself, and obviously it sounds like the government is really supportive of everything that is happening. I just want to ask you, where do you see cricket in Nigeria long term? 5 years, 10-year plan, what's your vision?
Here's on our sustainable development plan. We have said we want to be top 3 in Africa. There's always South Africa there. This is decades or centuries kind of development. So behind South Africa and Zimbabwe, clearly be established as top 3 across board. The females are virtually almost there. But more importantly, let's also be one of the top 3 sports in Nigeria. Football is already there, it's established. We have other sports, whether basketball, athletics, boxing, and all. But what I've said, and arguably without any firm statistics for now, but we're trying to do one of the best organized sports in the country. Now we have the youth games zonal qualifiers, competitions going on across the country. Guess what? The NCF has data of every player at that level. So now, when I talk to my data officers, I have the profile of about 10 people who I say this is age 11, 12, 13. In the next 7 years, this guy can be a national team player. How do I support that person to be? And the whole business of cricket, we didn't have 6-7 years ago, we had maybe like about 15 employees across the cricket community. We have about 100. And so we didn't have coaches. There was no coaches association. The other day I was shocked when they told me we had 107 registered female coaches. 167 registered female coaches who have done one kind of qualification exams and the rest. That body was not registered 4 years ago. So everybody is beginning to realize that you can not only about enjoying the game and giving part of it, you can actually make a decent living from being in one of the value chains of the game.
That's really amazing. And I was speaking with somebody from the federation, and they mentioned how you supported a lot of the players with scholarships, just to be able to make sure that they are able to continue with their studies. And that's something that I try to preach to my audience, that as much as you want to be this, you want to be that, having that foundation, that educational background, it helps you to mold you in a way, it gives you that discipline that you cannot be able to get if you are not within those 4 walls. So I really, really appreciate how you're doing that. And are there other kind of programs that you guys are organizing for these players outside the sporting training activities to make sure that they are grounded, and like you said, they build that community, that family feel,
Well, first, the one that you're talking about is a personal initiative which is called Pets Foundation, promoting ethics through sports, which I set up for about 11 years ago when I turned 50 together with my wife. Well, we agreed, we sat down and said, okay, 10% of my income goes into this foundation. And luckily, we've been able to give scholarships. In fact, over the last year, about 12 people have come through that system to play for the nationality. It's important that you have their foundation on the education on there, no discrimination. The only discrimination is that play cricket.
Yes.
And that's the caveat, that's the only caveat. And occasionally, we may accept 1 or 2 other sports in terms of the pace was majority driven at that. And many people do it. Many people have seen what we've done. There are many things people can. There's Conductive Foundation in where's far down sea. There are many people across the country who are doing that individually. So what we are coming together as a federation is to encourage those partnerships where together with the NCF, it will now become a bigger platform to do all of those things. But for us as an NCF, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, players were not on contracts. Now we have 30 players in male, 20 in females who are on contracts. So you just get an income. And it's way below above the whether and different category depends on whether you're in school or not. Then just recently he started an insurance and health scheme for players and staff. So you can't be afraid of when you're going to get injured. And we always insist as part of your career, when you're getting to the twilight of your career, you must try and do something. Again, it doesn't have to be the game. But guess why am I doing this and why are many of us doing this? It's because of that discipline that cricket gave us out of the field. So I went to University of Lagos for 3 years. I studied, I became an accountant. But playing cricket in 3 years in University of Lagos, that atmosphere, there are some of those disciplines are the things that helped me as a profession. So it's a real need for everybody, as long as you understand and you key into this in terms of your vision. We now have a psychologist that's working full-time with the team. Then mentorship, I'm going to be talking with the men, half a day session, meet the president, where we're going to talk about lifestyle. Forget cricket, what do you want? Just open mind. Use the judges. Yes, so those are the kind of things. And again, hopefully we'll get there.
I need to see you on that feature. We need to see you do 1 or 2 skills. Please, can you still hold your own on the ground right now? Have you?
Wait. I sent you a picture of what I did last year when I was doing the Wowo Kubuka tournament.
Okay.
You see my building action, you must rate.
Please show me the clip.
Let the not the clip where you by building action.
Bowling action. Okay.
Yes, which channel? In here, building action. I'll send it to you, and it's not AI.
Yeah, okay. Not AI. Show you. It's no problem.
It's actually bowling. I was a key bowler during that time. Now, wow. We play veterans game once in a while here. And when our guys go to Kubuka every year, a team of veterans go there. So we want to replicate. There's a game here on the 6th. One of our board members turned 50 recently, so we have a veterans game being organized. So from time to time we do that.
I need to be there so that I can see it. Right, come there. Although because like this one, I'm collecting the video, but that one, I want to be able to testify to my audience and say that our president pro bowler Virat Kohli, all of clear roots.
Now we do this time, my media team will edit that video.
I have to say, it's lovely speaking with you, and it's lovely to just. I'm happy just hearing the ideas, and just the possibilities are endless. And my own, like I said, one of my goals is to be able to be part of the people who are championing this movement and making sure that that the world, we're not just talking about Africa now, we're talking of the world respects Nigeria as a global force in cricket. So finally, President, do you have any last words? Is there anything you want our audience, the viewers, to know or to look forward to?
I have 2 things. I'll give a closing statement and I have a question for you. It's okay.
I do sure.
You're sure?
I'm here.
You're sure?
I am here.
You're sure? Okay. The first one, thank you very much again for this. I'm really excited because this is what we want, having partners and getting a generation of people who you work with to understand the importance of sports and how it affects life generally. And we see all the things, not just being supportive of the game, but how you can be involved at various levels. Curious gives us that platform. Everybody can play the game. It doesn't have to be competitive. It can actually be friendly competition. Whether you're in your own company, we can come and partner with you. That whether you're in the girls' organization, charity organization, churches, we can just come and tell you about the game and how you can have fun, especially how the softer issues present themselves. So that's what cricket is about. Yes, we want to come top in the world, want to be as competitive as possible when it comes to high performance, but in terms of outreach and development and making life, changing lives, that for us is priceless. So we want to keep that going. And thank you for providing us with a platform.
Thank you so much for your time.
One. Secondly,
The question.
okay, now my church mind has come. So you don't need to answer immediately. You can answer later on this. Meanwhile, how do you survive all these days in Big Brother? Ask number one is the answer down.
Okay.
Then I hear rumors saying that you and Fina be they pray together. I don't hear. So if videographer, I don't know the same that. So whether you answer now or anything, if you answer later, but I just want to ask those two questions.
Okay, we'll answer that one off air.
Thank you.
We'll answer that one off air. As much as people want to hear that part of the story, we'll answer that off air. But I'm sure that everybody that's listening to this, has definitely taken one or two from the precious jewels that you have dropped. And guys, like I always say, follow the Nigerian Cricket Federation. There's a lot of amazing things that are happening right now. Be part of it, key into it. If you're a parent, come on, bring your child, involve your children in sports, involve them in cricket, let them be able to pick up one or two, and just stay tuned. The African qualifiers are coming up, and hopefully the World Cup will be there next year. Anyways, guys, for me and for myself and from you, it's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Stay groovy. Hey. I think we should take a picture.
Okay.
Can you end the video?